Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to my YouTube channel. And thank you so much for being here with me today. This is season 6, episode 4 of Queen Sugar. Now, you all, I just watched the episode. Let me tell you something. Jesus. Woo! Okay, look. So good, so good, so good. I have some things I have to touch on. I'm trying to get everything pulled up here. Okay. So we'll get ready to get started and jump into this, y'all. Queen Sugar, I just want to say Ava DuVernay, and to all the writers in the room. I don't know everybody's name, but I do know Ava DuVernay, and I know it's on OWN. This show here gives me everything I need and so much more. Season 6, episode 4. Y'all, it opens up with Charlie getting ready to meet with Gayle King. She's, getting all judged up for the virtual interview. This part is real cute, but we don't get to go into the interview yet, so we don't know what's going on. We kind of just switch over, and we see that Ralph Angel is in the bed with Darla, and they're about to get ready to, they're talking, waking up, and they have some good old nice lovey-dovey time, and then what we hear outside, people pulling up. Why they pulling up? They have a warrant to search the property because Nova's little tell-all book, where she told everybody's business without their consent. I'll be honest with you all here. That season, I think that was season 3 or 4. Ooh, when I tell you every episode I saw with Nova, I was just cringing. I think it was season 4. And I'm just like, see how your little book coming back? You should have asked people first, so they could have told you no, so you couldn't write their business out there. But her little tell-all now have them out there on this land. Ralph Angel's upset, as he should be. And so it's just all that is going on, and I'm just like, man, Nova, you really have to set your family up in a way that is not helpful to them. So it blows my mind sometimes how family members believe that they can cross boundaries and divulge your information just because they either witness or because on the faith that you're family. And I want everyone to do this. And I could speak to that because I had went to therapy and became a psychologist, and I'm on my journey of change. I had kind of, in a sense, was dragging my family into it as well, kind of like quickly, like, well, let's talk about these problems now. And they're like, I'm not ready, or I don't want to. And I'm like, I don't care. Here it is. So, that's not proper. We should not do that. It's not a good look, and it's not a good thing to do to people. So, early notice. So, we did go over to Prosper's house, and Billy's fixing him with some coffee, and she's getting him breakfast. Those grits looked tragic. I would not have eaten them either. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. Seeing Billy and Prosper really saddens me. I wonder, I think I said this on the last review. I truly wonder I can't remember when the mom died, but obviously Prosper is carrying some anger towards Billy that is not necessary. He's carrying some type of hurt or pain, and he's putting it on her when it's not her fault. And so we sit and we look at all this, and we see that Prosper, isn't taking his medicine like he's supposed to, which is not a shocker. Most black men don't take care of their health as they should. I know that I recently was having this stuff going on with my dad, where I'm like, if I have to come home, literally, y'all, I'm actually about to get ready to go home for a couple of months now. I was like, if I have to come home and drag you myself, you're going. So, I don't understand why they don't want to take care of themselves, but they like to think they're invincible, or they, don't have enough faith in the system, one or the other. So, anyway, she tells Prosper that she's getting him a nurse, and he's like, he didn't want the nurse, and she's like, well, that's okay, I scheduled it anyway. That's the type of child I am. I'm just letting you know that you need this. I don't want it. Well, that's okay, because I already said it's coming, so here it is. Bye. So she already had got the nurse, so that was good. So we see that Paula J. Parker and her baby, I can't think of her name on the show anymore now that I've called her real name, but in Gabriel, come in, and I was in my mind, I can't lie, I was like, she's getting real comfortable just being out in public doing the thing. Um, I get so nervous when I see her get on the screen because I'm like, is her man finna come around the corner? And it's interesting. Someone made a tweet and they said, "What if Jimmy Dale is her husband?" Because I remember, I think that was the last season or the season before last. Whenever we met Jimmy Dale, he was currently married to someone else, and I think he had a child. So that'll be a like plot twist for your butt if that is Jimmy Dale's wife and child. Oh my, look, y'all, that would be something serious. I'm sorry, curls are popping tonight. I just had to say it. It's not as high. It's a little flat. Curls are popping. Anyway, so but I'm gonna tell you this though. I have a feeling that Hollywood relationship with this young boy is going to really cause some problems with him and Vi. I don't know if I want to say he's going to go as far as to be getting close to Paula J. Parker, but I believe his closeness with the young boy, his fondness of the young boy, is going to want him to have children. It's going to like put him in that position of wanting children, and it's going to become this a difficult thing. I can see it happening. So we on the interview now. Gayle King is asking all the questions, and she pulled up the clip of Charlie going on the court acting a fool. Let me tell you something. Miss Charlie, she handled that so well. The way she spoke about, yes, this happened, and yes, he has shown changes, and this is how he has done it. He's given back to the stuff for children. He's giving back to things for Me Too and for women. He's doing these things for me. The way that she discussed Davis to Gayle King and how she put herself out there, that's how you do it. Now, not saying that people ain't gonna try to get it, because I have a feeling Nova book is gonna come right back around when it comes to this, even though this has already been discussed before. But I have a feeling Nova's book is gonna sprinkle back up in the mess somewhere. I can see it just falling down now, causing problems. But we go see. I digress. But Charlie did an amazing job, and I really like the fact that she mentioned his daughter. We haven't seen his daughter. I don't know if we're gonna see her again. But his daughter was mentioned, Tia. So good job, Charlie. We'll see what happens when Tia comes back on screen. Got my eye on you, girl. My eyes. All four. 2 contacts in and the regular ones. Looking at you. So here we go. At my alma mater, Xavier University of Louisiana, baby. XU. Love to see it. Micah is talking to his frat brother / friend, and they're discussing, what would it be like going back to Africa? Should we go back to Africa? Should we stay here? What would that look like? And that's always a difficult topic of where should we go? Should we stay? And things of that nature. And when you think about it, a lot of us only know America. We know we are African Americans, but we only know America. I think it's up to you to go and get your own experience and education surrounding your, ancestry. However, I don't think that we should be forced to stay or to move anywhere. It's like, no matter where you live, it's going to be problems. Let's just call a thing a thing. I mean, for instance, I don't have Nigerian ancestry. My ancestry come from the Congo, but for instance, my homegirl, she is oh god, where's her dad from? Ghana. Yeah, Ghana. But she goes to Nigeria because she's dating a guy in Nigeria. They go to Nigeria and she's like, yeah, if you're not on the island, I think that's Lagos, the island, the city, that's the kind of more industrialized piece. But if you're in the village, you don't really have as much service and things of that nature. So it's like pick or choose. But also, I think our money, the US dollar, is worth more there. I believe she was saying like a good middle class life here. I think she was saying if you are making somewhere around like 20K or 30K or something US dollars, you could live like a good middle class life there. It all depends on where you are. But anyway, let's get off that. Anyway, they're having that conversation and they're discussing philosophies and things like that. And Michael says, "Oh, I gotta leave. I need to go get my little lady some flowers." And that was like, "We know you dating a professor. The way you turn red when she look at you, the way she look at you like she wanna devour you and eat you up, it's not a secret." Now, Miss Professor Lady, Miss Doctor Professor Lady, you know better. You know better. It is in school policy that you do not sleep with the students. Now, I will say, I think it is by department. Like if you have any, like for instance, in the psychology ethics, if we have any supervisory or like kind of any evaluative role over any students in our department, or if that potential is there, you cannot sleep with them. But let's say if as a psychologist it was an art student or something, I could sleep with the art student because the art student isn't a psychology student, if that makes sense. So it makes me wonder, is this like, obviously you take her class, no matter, you take her class, it don't matter, you take her class, she should be sleeping with you, but whatever. The young boy saw it, he called you out. But anyway, we go over, we see Nova and Billy having a conversation. I love seeing grown people handle issues in a very adult manner. Now let me say this, I do not buy Nova's excuse of, I was a child, I was just caught up in believing what everyone told me. You were 18. At 18, you do not believe what everyone told you. You wanted a reason to be mad at her, or you were either bullied into being like a certain way with Billy because of your auntie Violet, who believed that her abusive husband was laying down consensually with a young girl. And then for the fact that Billy's own father, I was like, screw the town and screw everybody else, your parent didn't believe you. I know what that feels like. That is like terrible. It's traumatic. It is one of the most horrible feelings in the world whenever you have experienced some hardship or some trauma in life, and your own parent, the people or the person who's supposed to love you unconditionally, care for you, like, and truly have your back, basically turn away from you and say that you are the one who did something wrong. That is hurtful. And I truly feel so sorry. Like, when I tell you, my heart goes out to Billy. It truly does. And Nova, I don't have any remorse for you, sweet stuff. I really don't, because you were 18. You was old enough to talk to your friend. But instead of talking to your friend, Nova is a piece of work. And she angers me. But I believe that Nova's big deal is acceptance. I think that is her biggest issue, because I think she and Charlie are the same age. And I think her biggest issue has always been acceptance, because you have this light-skinned biracial sister and you're the darker one, and she was probably the one that was always picked or kind of desired or seen. And I know that the dad was very, very proud of her and things like that. So I think everything is about acceptance, and Nova don't care who she has to throw under the bus to get it. And then whenever someone tells her that she threw them under the bus, now she wants to apologize for it. You knew you was doing it before it even happened. That's why whatever. So we go over to the house again. Now we see Darla and Ralph Angel together. And Ralph Angel has had the soil tested. We see him go out in the field. He grabbed a soil sample, get it tested. And Darla pumps up Ralph Angel's intelligence, his hard work, his dedication. When I tell you, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. I will never stop loving that. Darla, I love how you are pumping up your man when he's right, and then the areas in which he needs that additional boost. However, Ralph Angel, this is where you aggravate me, like every black man that just think that they cannot set their ego aside for just a moment. It's literally ego fragility. His ego's fragile because, just think about it, he's the problem child. He was in jail. He got the land kind of from the dad. Everything in a sense was kind of given to him, and now he wants to prove that he can maintain. But this girl had a college fund and scholarship money that she never spent. It's been just sitting in an account, but her parents are over the account, and she just wants them to relinquish the cash to them so she can pay the loans, pay for the doula, and pay the bills, and make sure that y'all living good. And you tell her, give me some time, wait, no. Look, man, y'all ain't got no money. Y'all broke. She got it in an account that no one has touched. Her parents probably forgot about it. She forgot about it. And if you think about it, think about the interest that has probably even came on that money. That money hasn't been spent since Darla was in college. I don't know how old they are on this show, but I'm going to assume they're supposed to be like 30, maybe late 20s or 30. They're supposed to be somewhere in there. That money hasn't been touched at least for 5 years. It probably has interest on it and everything. Like, you need to just go ahead and y'all need that money. But Ralph Angel, just like any black man and any heteronormative man with this ideal of I have to be Superman, it's sad. But anyway, we go over to Prosper, and Prosper, Nurse Bader came through the door. First, Prosper on the phone with Vi trying to get some food, whatever. Nurse Bader came through the door, and Prosper was like, I got my vaccination. Did you get your vaccination? She was like, yes, I did. He was like, well, if you're comfortable, I'm comfortable with you taking your mask off. She took her mask off, baby, and Prosper was like, and she's like, is everything okay? And he's like, yeah. You want? I was like, all right, Prosper. That's right. Prosper deserves some love in his life. Prosper show ain't going to Chicago with Billy now. Prosper got a whole woman coming in, and she's a nurse. I can see a little something coming from this. I'm ready to see it. I'm ready to see what's gonna happen, but I think it's cute. I'm ready to see the progression. So, Micah is popping up to this woman's office, y'all. Not her apartment. Her office at the school. This is how you know you don't need to mess with children, because they do dumb stuff like this. Micah go to this woman's office with flowers. Oh yeah, I want to make you feel special on your birthday and blah blah. And she's like, bruh, this is my job. Like, I think you taking this a little too far. We were just supposed to have sex. That was it. But it seems like you want to do a lot more than that. So we need to basically end this thing. What that showed was they had no communication. They did not talk about what it was. Or they did, because it sounds like she said, it was just sex for me. And we had this conversation. You said you was okay with that. But Micah then just took it a little step further. Micah, if you're not the type of person who just can have sex with somebody, then don't get with somebody who said they just want to have sex. But sometimes folks do that, especially younger people. I don't say people. People do that just because they want that person. And they claim that they're okay with taking a piece when they want more than that. You have to know people, and I'm talking to you as the public. If a person says they want just sex from you, understand that you're not getting that whole person and you don't have access to that whole person. And some people believe because they've had sex with you that they have access to you. Just because you've had sex with me does not mean you have access to me. And that's what folks need to understand. Micah, she told you that it was a sexual thing only. You believe that you needed more access than that, or you were allotted more access than that, and you were not. And now your feelings hurt. Now your feelings hurt. We'll get to that in a minute. We flash over and we see Charlie going to her hotel room where she has flowers and stuff. Y'all, this part made me almost cry. I was in my feelings, because let me tell you something. That was so sweet. I'm a sucker for romance. I'm a sucker for romance. I truly am. It is what it is. I love romance. And what Davis did just really did something to me. I was like, oh my God. I think I want someone to do that to me. That's why I'm just kind of like, but I love it. And he's truly putting forth effort. Got my eyes on you, Davis. So Ralph Angel goes outside, and he, is watching the people as they are excavating and looking at the land, and we see Nova pull up, and she's basically trying to apologize. I said that there's nothing there. Well, girl, you got it in the book. Now you done ticked everybody off, so people ain't even worried about if it's true or not. They gonna find any reason to mess with somebody that you're dealing with because of you. So, I mean, it is what it is. That's what they do to the activists. They always, especially the people who are making traction and really causing some noise, they always want to mess with those people. We go back to the diner where Aunt Vi is, and we're doing like a flashback between Vi and Hollywood. Hollywood with Gabriel, Vi with the mom, and cute little scene with Hollywood and Gabriel. It truly shows the paternal instinct in Hollywood, and that's why I think this is going to be a problem. Vi is trying to get the mom to file for divorce, and she's basically scared right now. You can never tell a woman or a person, an abused person, when it's their time. But I hope that she finds the strength to do that soon. So we'll go back to Prosper and his nurse Bay, and they're about to play card. He taking his medicine on time. Taking that medicine, but whatever. So they finna play cards, and she gets to humming, and Prosper's like, "Girl, what you know about all that?" And she's like, "Look, I'm not as young as I look. Okay, I know all about Motown. I know." And she starts singing "Ain't No Mountain High Enough," and Prosper bouncing off beat, but he was mesmerized. That's gonna be Prosper woman, y'all. I see it coming. So we then flash over to see Micah in his room crying. He's heartbroken. Frat Bay comes to the door. And let me tell y'all something. I saw tweets where people like, "Oh my God, they finna try to make Micah gay." Let me tell you something. Micah's character, you can let me just go like this. Micah in life is gay. Okay, Micah's character is a true depiction of what happens with trauma. Again, as a psychologist, I work with trauma all the time. I have straight people, straight men, and everyone who sees me that deal with trauma. And whenever someone truly is available for them to pour into, they start to develop feelings towards those people. Now the difference is, as a psychologist, I know how to allow them to pour themselves here, and I know how to give it back to them in a healthy way so that they can process it. People in the community, for instance, Micah and his friend, when Micah pours into him, that young man doesn't know how to give it back to Micah in a way for Micah to process and move forward. What he gives back to Micah is nurturance and care, which is important. And Micah, I have a feeling that Micah's feelings are going to become a bit confused, because now I'm seeing this person in a different light than I've seen them before. So that's going to be interesting to see, as well as how the young man is pointing out the importance of meditation, and he's helping Micah through these things. See, that's what's going to get Micah, the fact that this young man actually sees that he's struggling and he's helping him through it, versus other people who have seen him struggle just still want to use him. That's going to be the problem. Watch and see. And also, Ava, that ain't Xavier's dorm room. I stayed in St. Mike's. I think Micah's supposed to be a freshman. St. Mike's don't look like that. Now, if they done changed the rooms in there, let me know. But it didn't look like that when I was there. I was there a while back though. I was in St. Mike's 11 years ago. It didn't look like that 11 years ago. If they done changed it, go ahead, Xavier, upgrade. But that's my university. So then we end up flipping over to Nova. She's talking to that fine black man that she finna mess over. That she gonna mess over. And she's sharing her blunt. Girl, it's COVID. Girl, we are in a pandemic. Don't be sharing your blunt with this man. But something about this man makes me feel like he may be, I don't know if he finna be bae, if he is like undercover doing something. It's like, I'm wondering, he could go either way. So it's interesting, but he's talking to Nova, and her informant comes, who's also an officer. And he lets her know, hey, basically they are on you. I'm taking some days off work. I'm finna get away from here because, they're coming after all of the activists and, and you. I mean, she's like, they're coming after all activists, and they're coming after me because I'm talking to you, and X, Y, and Z. And Nova is just like, you don't have to leave. I'm not leaving. This is my home, girl. No, Nova, I like what she's doing. I really do like what she's doing. She does a lot for the community. However, Nova is also reckless with a lot of what she does, which makes it difficult to truly not support her, but to truly grasp some of the stuff she do. That's what I would say. But if she end up with this black man, she better not mess over him. Now he too good of a man right now, from what I see, for her to be messing over. So Ava, don't give Nova no man to mess over. If you go give her a man to mess over, make him white. Don't make him black. But we flash back to the house, and we see that there was pesticides found in the dirt. Ralph Angel believes that the Landrys did put the pesticides in the dirt. He's like, that's why his crops have not been growing. That would be so sad. But you know what? Sabotage is not something that I've never heard of before. I wouldn't be shocked if they did sabotage his stuff. And then we see Unvi and Hollywood come, and they're coming for support of Wrath Angel, and to just let them know that nothing is going on. And then they come out and the police say that they have found a bone and it looks like human bone. So there we are with Queen Sugar. You guys, I really enjoyed this episode. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell so that other people can get this good stuff too. All right, y'all have a good night. Bye.